Most investors overspend when they do their rehab, or even worse, they actually put material in their rental property where it only lasts about 1 or 2 years and it fall apart. I have rehab hundreds of rental property. Rental. We're not even talking about new construction I build, okay? But this is on rental property. I know exactly the material to use and also the material to avoid so you guys can actually make good money on your rental, avoid any kind of delay on these materials. All right, let's talk about curb appeal. You guys saw how the house looked like before. See that? They need a lot of work. So basically for me, when I own rental property, I want to keep it real clean and real simple on the outside. All the sidewalk, the original sidewalk, we pressure washed it. And basically we want to get rid of all of the concrete planter in the front. We got rid of that. So we keep the house clean. And then we started to re-side the property. So let's talk about the siding now. What I did here, you guys, these are 8-inch exposed hardy plank siding. I like to do the 8-inch because it's much more modern and it's not that busy. If you look at the house next door, these are like 4-inch. See how much more busy it is? And it's small and it's old. Look at the house next door over here. See? Also small siding, old style. We like this new style, and it also works well with Craftsman house, right? It's a mixture of Craftsman and modern. I like this better, and it's not busy on your eye. This roof here, these are 3-tab. It's a dark gray color, and it's a asphalt shingle. We go with these because these are very economic. There is way more expensive shingle out there. Architectural shingle, very expensive. If I was doing a multi-million-dollar house, I put that. This house right here is worth about $900,000, and it's a rental. In the neighborhood, it's about $1 million neighborhood, right? The only time I ever see architectural shingle is when people are doing, $1 million, $2 million plus houses in very expensive neighborhood, and the house that they want to live in forever. But these are actually good, they're economic, and they're good for rental. All right, let's talk about windows. These are ply gem windows, and I pick white. Black window, they're nice, don't get me wrong. I have black window in my own primary house. Sometimes when I build new construction and I build for sale, I use black window. But when I do rental property, I do white window because black window, you guys, is a lot more expensive and you don't really need it. If you're gonna have to cut costs when you do rental, this is where you cut costs. Landscaping is very, very important. If you're gonna turn your property to a rental, you can't landscape or you'll live there, okay? Keep it simple. The less, mowing is better. That's the whole key with landscaping for a rental property. This is original grass. It's not a lot, this is the front. Bushes, shrubs are low maintenance, real basic. Then we put bark around it. We're gonna get all this cleaned up before the tenant moves in at the end of the month. But we'll keep it basic. Now, if the tenant moves in, they want to plant more flowers, that's on them. But we want to keep it basic. If they don't do anything to the yard and they don't keep this thing clean, this thing's going to go crazy. Then we have to go out there and get somebody to go do it. And then basically when we do it, then we got to charge them. They don't like that. So we're trying to keep everything low maintenance, right? So that they can do it themselves. Everybody always asks me, Thach, what color gray is this? Man, this is nice. So I'm going to tell you, okay? This is Benjamin Moore, Kendo Charcoal HC-166. The trim, I mix things around. Sherwin-Williams, Alabasta 7008. And I paired this color. The reason why? Because I found this white that matches ideally with the white window. So when you do it, it looks like it's one piece. Sometimes the window is a certain color and then people pick the wrong white and it looks like it's, doesn't match up. That's the ideal color. If Benjamin Moore and Sherwin watching this, let's partner up, man. Let's do some business together, baby. Let's do the front door. We picked this color right here. This is a Benjamin Moore. It's called Rain Dance 1572. We like that lightest blue. Remind me of how I was in Hawaii. And that's why we picked that color. Actually, Russell and Hudson, the kids, they picked all this color. This is their project. They picked all these colors and they matched it all up. So shout out to Russell and Hudson for picking all these colors. This is the colors, you guys. If you ever want to know, these are the grays and the white that I use. They say it right here. All right, one last thing. Let me show you. People ask me, Thach, what's the lighting that you use? Exterior, real simple, modern, little bit of craftsman look to it. These are not super expensive, but very affordable. I can't remember exactly what the price is, but you got an idea what it looks like. You can get these at any of the hardware stores. So let's go inside and take a look at what we did inside. Let's go. Sticking to the topic of interior paints. So we're talking about paint on our side, we're gonna talk about paint inside real quick, all right? So you see the gray is a little bit of an off-white. This is Benjamin Moore Intense White, OC51. And then the trimming, the color for that right there is Benjamin Moore White Dove, OC17. It has like an off gray and it contrasts well with the white. And this white is not glaring white. It has a little bit of a beige into it, but it's beautiful. And these are the color I use for even my new construction. So the key for the inside, everybody, when we do all the material for rental property, that's our property for sale, right? We gotta make sure we find things that is nice, modern, very cost effective, and the most important thing is durable, okay? So we're gonna talk about the doors. Interior door, we use single panel. These are about $150. This is the front door. It's more of a 2-panel with the window, but we love using the 1 panel because it's very modern, but it also has some craftsman to it because this is a craftsman home. There's 4-panel and there's 6-panel. We don't like using those because those are all very traditional and old style for a home that hasn't been updated. You know, like this has been updated, very modern looking, but it's also kept a lot of the craftsmen back into the property, and these fit well with it. All right, let's talk about the trimming, okay? We talked about the doors already, the trimming. You see how these are 1 panel? We like to keep everything very square and clean. These are MDF wood trim. These are 1/2 inch by 3.5 inch thick. And I like the square look. You notice when we bring it around, they fit well with the 1 panel door. This is the size we always use. 1/2 inch by 3.5 inch, and looks good. All right, let's talk about flooring. This is rental. We're in Seattle. I know California also use LVP for flooring for rental, even how much do they sell. If you're in Arizona, in Florida, where it's super, super, super hot, I'm not sure if you have rental that you gotta use LVP. You gotta check your market. Some people use tile, but the problem with tile, when somebody drops something on the floor, a tenant, it cracks the tile. What are you gonna do? You gotta cut out the grout, go find another tile, hopefully it's in stock, and put it back in. LVP, you can drop all kind of stuff on this thing, is durable. You gotta check to see if Arizona or, you know, Florida, Miami, if LVP, they put them inside. I'm pretty sure they do. But again, LVP work well for rental property. So let me tell you this brand that I use, all right? You gotta take note. This one here is called LifeProof LVP. We get them at Home Depot. We should do some business together, right? Let's collaborate, right? Hit me up, let's go. This color right here is called Dust Cherry. It's 22 millimeter thickness, 8.7 inches wide. See how wide they are? 8.7 inches wide. We like the wide planks, okay? If you gotta notice. Thin planks, very busy. Thick, wide plank, very nice. And also, these right here, they're about 48 inches long, see? So they're thick and they're wide because we don't like it busy. We like it very modern. These right here cost us exactly $3.28 a foot. Now let me show you this. We also like to do this with our steps. We like to do LVP steps also. And here's how it works. When you get the LVP, you gotta find someone in your town that will bend the LVP to fit either a straight nose or a bow nose. You get somebody to bend it. Once they get it bended, you bring the LVP back to your installer. The guy who installed the floor, they will install the floor. And when they put the steps, they will install the LVP on the step and then they put it on to your house. And this is how we get LVP steps. Why we choose LVP is because, man, they're damn almost waterproof. They're super durable. You can drop things on here. You can wear shoes on here. It don't even damage. And the great thing why I choose this color at Home Depot, because they're always in stock. This is the most popular color. And so anytime we need something, there's no delay. We can go grab them. If we have to replace something, we can grab them, no delay. So you gotta think about when you do rental, you gotta find material that does not take custom order to get them. Trying to get them in stock that you can just go with it quick because delay costs money. All right, let's talk about cabinets. Cabinets, island, right? Cabinets everywhere. We like to do white shaker cabinet for our rental. Some of our new construction, we do the flat modern, but we like these because it's a great value. I mean, it's, you get a lot of cabinets for your money. We like these because they're clean, durable, and you can get them anywhere. We decided to go with the black goldish kind of a look feel to this, and that's why we got these handles, right, for this rental. Sometimes we use just very simple brass handle, but we decided to mix this up because this house right here, we're getting $5,200 for rent for this house, so we upgraded a little bit of an accent to make it look a little more nicer. But again, white cabinets, you guys, it's the best money that you can get for rental, and they're nice. Let's talk about the countertops. Okay, this is the island. Of course, you got the countertop on the kitchen and all the bathrooms. These are basically white Calcutta. I think I said that right. These are 2-inch thick, and these are quartz. You can get a slab for about $800 to $1,000. We love quartz. Back in the day when we used to own rental, we had Formica countertop. The damn tenant will cook something and then they put it on the counter. Next thing you know, They burnt that. Then we got to go and redo the whole counter because the whole counter was Formica. These are durable. I think these are even better than granite, okay? Durable, you can put heat on here, nothing happened to it. It's thick, it's durable. This is even more cost effective than even granite. If you're gonna do rental, quartz are the best. Sometimes I do all white with a little bit of speck in it, or I use these vein calcutta style, give it a little more elevated, more expensive look to it. Let's talk about the sink and the backsplash. I love the undermount square sink. These look so modern, they're big, they're deep. I love it. Again, the faucet is just very similar to the handle. It came as a package. Backsplash. These are here are 3x6 subway tiles. You can get these for like 15, 20 cents. These are the best value you can get to make it look clean, simple, very cost effective, especially for rental property, okay? I love using white subway tile, 3x6, 15, 20 cents. How can you beat that? So we do that for the whole entire kitchen, tied into the quartz. Somebody walk in here, a tenant, they think they are renting a beautiful home. They don't realize 15 to 20 cents a tile. Can't beat that. Side note, if you ever own rentals, never put a garbage disposal. We used to put them in here. Here's what happened. See, tenant doesn't know because we don't tell them. They put stuff in here like certain vegetable that they put down the drain. They don't work well in the garbage disposal or grease. And what happened is that when they put all this in, it clogs the garbage disposal. And when it gets clogged, it backs up and it backs back into the piping, back up. And depending on what they did, sometimes it get damaged and it get cost thousands of bucks when they start to backflow, somewhere else and it leaks throughout the house. Never do that. So today, as a rental, we never put a garbage disposal down here. We only put it in house that we sell it. All right, let's talk about the tile we have on the floor and on the shower, okay? These are 12x24 and the color called Levante White. I love 12x24. I like it where, it's big. Some houses I do 24x24, but for the rental, 12x24 is perfect. It ties in well with my countertops. And what I decided to do, I wanted to flow this into the shower. I like to do it staggered. What do you got like? You like it staggered or do you like it, horizontal? I like my tile staggered. Some people like to run it basically parallel. I think, staggering it, make it look offset, look nice. So we ran it from vertical coming in and then we did horizontal. And they're all staggered. That's the tile. It cost me, these towels, $1.30 to $1.40 a square feet for these. All the hardware in the main bathroom, okay? Again, we went with the black doorknob, the black and white theme look, right? We like the square. See how all these square, we like the square. I think these are mowing, right? Black square lighting. We have said this is a bigger bathroom. We have 4 lighting. You get all these here at Home Depot. This mirror we ordered from Amazon. This mirror, to be exact size, so you know, 60 by 36 inches, 60 by 36, and this cost me $290. See, it has a nice little bump out, right? It offsets it well. Toilet, these are Glacier Bay. Again, this real clean, durable stuff that you can actually be cost effective when you do a rental. All right, since we're in the basement bathroom, I'm gonna show you the hardware. See all the door handles, right? Cabinet pole, all this, they all matches, right? And even in the shower. And then this lighting, it all came from Home Depot. You can get all that there, right? We went with the black and white theme. This mirror, we all ordered through Amazon. 36 by 36, right? It's clean. You got the black frame around it. It pops out. And this cost me $110. All right, we are in the full bath in the basement. I'm gonna show what I did to save a little bit of money. Since this is a bathroom in the basement, there's less traffic upstairs compared to the main bathroom. What we did was we used 12 by 24. This is Cavalier Ivory. These are like $2.80 a square foot for these. We got the original, still got the same Calcutta kind of white countertop quartz. But you notice here, we did the 3x6 subway tile that we have in the kitchen. Remember I told you, these are like 15 cents to 20 cents a tile. This has less traffic. It's okay to keep it simple, to save some money, spend some money here. Because if we would have brought this tile onto here and we did the bathroom in the main, we'd spend a little more money, which we didn't need to. We save money by doing this. All right, let's talk about the washer and dryer, okay? These are Whirlpool. These are ideal for rental, you guys, okay? Let me tell you how much we pay for these. The washer is $482 and the dryer $500. These are so perfect for rental property. Again, we love this brand because there's other brands like LG and Samsung. They're not very reliable, okay? These are here, super reliable. Just like I said upstairs, when there's parts, right? Something needing parts, we can get them quick. Other brand, man, you can't even get no parts. Let's talk about appliances. This is a big one. You gotta make sure you get the right appliance when you do a rental because you don't want to spend way more than you need to. Remember, you don't live in the house. This is a rental, but you also don't want to give them really cheap appliance because they might break early. So this is GE. I like use GE. This GE refrigerator, GE gas stove, and GE dishwasher. Here's the thing about this one, okay? I choose to spend a little more extra money because this is what I call counter depth. See, they basically almost flush to the counter. If you don't get a counter depth, they bump out much farther. And when they bump out too far, then you have less room to walk through your island. In counter depth, they're much cleaner because they're almost flush to the counter and they just look real nice. Gas stove, this gas stove again, this cost me $682. And the dishwasher, this one cost me $636, all GE. We love using, again, Whirlpool, GE, because when anything breaks, we can get parts quick. We can get somebody to come here and fix it right away. LG and Samsung, those brands, we used them before, only can speak from experience. When something breaks and you trying to get parts and trying to get somebody to come out and fix it, good luck. Sometimes you can't wait that long and you gotta go buy a whole new appliance. These are good brands for rental property. All right, the same theme, the black and white look and feel. This bathroom here, this is the upstairs bath for the master bedroom and the extra guest bedroom, okay? Same thing, 12 by 24, cavalier ivory down here. And again, less traffic, still look nice. Subway tile, save some money. At the same time, it still look beautiful. Same countertop, same all the fixtures. But this mirror right here, this exact mirror is 24 by 36, cost me $70. I want to talk about lighting, okay? You guys see the lighting over here? You notice they are flat, they're modern look. Remember the old school lighting, we call them titty lights? We don't want those no more, folks, okay? We're done with those, okay? We like these, right? These are the flat modern, you see them? In the hallway, they're nice and clean. And then there's certain area, we put can lights. Like in the living room, we have can lights. And this, again, it's efficient, all right? I think these lights are here, they're like less than $100. They're nice. Of course, you gotta know can lights is very inexpensive, okay? This is what we do throughout the upstairs, downstairs. We mix them up with basically a can light, and in the bedroom, we use the modern flat light. So here are the blinds. Many times we have done this. In the past, we did no blind. And tenants like, hey, can we get some blinds or some curtains? Then we did curtains and they got all messed up. People yank them down. We realized after many mistakes, these are the most simple blinds you can get. These are the vinyl blinds. These are the new version that don't have the string anymore because those strings used to get all tangled up. So we got the twister to close and open the shade. Now, all you gotta do is when you wanna raise it up, you just pull up. And when you wanna lower it, you just pull it down. These are super affordable and they're perfect for rental property. I wanted to make this video because so many people ask me, hey Thach, do you have a material list that you do for all your rental property? You know, from the flooring to the trimming to the appliances. Here it is. We want to do this whole video, show you exactly material you use in all rental property. That way you guys can basically save time, save money, so you can do it when it's your turn. Here's the thing you gotta remember, okay? When you do rental property, it's not about what you like. It's about what's durable, what's cost effective, and what looks nice so that the end user, they feel good when they rent your property. And you still feel good because it's actually nice and it's actually affordable. The biggest mistake I see all investors do, they pick material and finishing and appliances on the rental property or in the rental property to property that they live in their own self. You can't be picking the material that you use in your own house in the rental property because you end up paying too much for it and it costs too much and you kill off all cash flow. Keep it simple and keep it repeatable. All right, that's a wrap. If you guys like this video, I talk about material. Look, if you want the full material list, hit the link below to download it and we'll send it to you. We're gonna be shooting more of these videos, all right, for you guys so you guys can actually, cut and paste, save your time and money, all right? If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button, send this video to your friends, all right? Until then, we'll talk to y'all soon. Peace out.